Hi, I'm John Molesky, host of Dialogue, on the set of the program where we just conducted a discussion on John Nichols' new book, Uprising. And John works for The Nation, but more importantly, he's from Wisconsin, and that's the basis of the book. The protests in Wisconsin after Governor Walker attempted to take away collective bargaining rights. And so I know you've been on the book tour, so you're well rehearsed at this. The short version, what is the meaning of Wisconsin?
Look, the meaning of Wisconsin is a very simple thing. It is the lesson that the founders were right, that democracy isn't about elections. Elections are important, and we respect those who are elected. But democracy is really a 24/7, year-round reality, and it is what happens after the election that matters most. That's the point at which the people hold those who are elected to account. In Wisconsin, following a very strong election for Republicans, hundreds of thousands of people came out and said, no, you've gone too far. You're doing things and attacking labor rights, attacking small d democracy that we will not accept. And it's funny, in these protests in Wisconsin played out on the streets of Madison, Wisconsin, a town named for the essential author of the Constitution, and the streets of Madison, where all the protests occurred, were on streets named for the signers of the Constitution. So I see it as, frankly, a very American moment, and one that reconnects us with that idea of a deeper democracy, not one that simply defers to the elected, but also asks sometimes that the elected defer to the people.
You make the point very effectively in the book about it doesn't end on Election Day, it begins on Election Day. Kent, the perspective of the economist on the meaning of Wisconsin.
Well, I think I detect a shared sense that the country's not quite working right, that it's really gone off the rails, that wrong track, right track, it's been at a record wrong track. And it's not directed just at one institution or one set of politicians. And I sense, as I've said, that shared sense of anger in the Tea Party group and in the Occupy group, and after reading the book, the Uprising group, that something's not working the way it ought to in America. And we're looking for the right kind of answer, and people looking for a political leader and political spokesperson who will help define that path to the future.
Well, if you'd like to hear more from our guests, and why wouldn't you? Well, you should read the book. But for those of you who prefer video content or want to do both, come to us on the web, wilsoncenter.org. Look on the upper right-hand side of the screen where you see the tab for TV and radio. Click that and you can find the complete 30-minute discussion. Thanks.